Hello and welcome to another video on my channel. As you can see by the title, this is going to be the most extra book review you would have seen. Why did Ace choose to do this? Because I know that most of you don't watch my book reviews, and therefore I wanted to see if I could get the viewership. It is going to be either incredibly embarrassing or very successful. This lockdown I have read more books than I probably have in the last 5 or 6 years in my life. So I thought that I would share the knowledge that I have gained over these past 5 or 6 months. Time is a figment of one's imagination at this point. I'm going to share a list of 4 books, light reads, that you might want to pick up and read. But now that you heard that this is a book review, hey, don't click out. But if you are going to click out, then please do like, share and subscribe before you do. If you're still here, carry on. I told you that this was going to be the most extra book review you would have ever seen. The first book is Three Widows of Malabar Hill by Sujata Massey, which is a murder mystery set in pre-independent India in the 1920s that follows Bombay's only female lawyer, Parveen Mistry, cracking a case about the murder of a Muslim businessman and his 3 widows. Now, if the words pre-independent, Muslim and woman bother you, then 1, brother, I think you're born in the wrong age, and 2, this might just be the book that you need. The book is an incredibly captivating read with a subtle feminine touch to it. Where we're used to seeing angry, sweaty men doing all the hard work, putting all of their interpersonal relationships on the line for a case, this book is quite the breath of fresh air with a hint of perfume in it. Therefore, might I suggest that you put on a nice vintage coat, dress or sari, open this book up on a nice gloomy day, sip your tea and realign yourself with the British colonial cousin that resides within your soul. That will be jolly good. Jesus. Moving on. Hello there. And now we come to the same sweaty, angry man. And now we come to the same sweaty, angry man who puts all his interpersonal relationships at stake for a case with A Rising Man by Veer Mukherjee. It is yet another murder mystery set in pre-independent India where Detective Sam Wyndham tries to solve the case of the murder of a British official. It follows him as he falls in love, gets high, gets injured, and not to forget, gets high again. This book is quick, fast-paced, with a lot of This book is quick, fast-paced, with a lot of action, and is a breath of not very fresh air that smells more like Calcutta's drains, but yet very endearing. Moving on. I'm just putting in a note here. It takes me about 40 minutes to make the setup, about 5 minutes max to record the bits. I'm just saying, guys, like, share and subscribe. Okay, we're gonna act as though this plant is really working with this background and it's sorry. Anyway, the third book is a love story, but it's a heartbreaking one. It is Out of Love by Hazel Hayes. It is the story of a relationship told backwards. Now, if you're like me and you tend to put yourself into the shoes of the protagonist and think that whatever he or she does, you should do too, then this might just be detrimental to every relationship in your life, including your sense of self. Especially if you're reading this book post an emotional upheaval or you're PMSing like I was, then all I'd like to say to you is good luck. Having said that, this book has been written with a lot of sensitivity, love and wit, and it is rather charming. It is also very, very Irish. And the only reason I can make this judgment is because I didn't understand a lot of the inside jokes in the book. The jokes that I did understand were all anti-British. I'm sensing a theme to this book review right now. Moving on. The last and final book, because I know that most of you don't read anymore, is a book that I don't really want to make too many jokes about because it's an important one. Here is Kavita Puri's Partition Voices, Untold British Stories. I think the theme just got solidified here. In Partition Voices, Kavita Puri presents us with personal accounts of people who have experienced the horrors of partition and who migrated to Britain in search of a better life. This book is important and it is seminal, especially at a time where we're questioning the importance of history in our public discourse. I cannot stress enough how important it is that we learn about our past and see how it impacts our present day attitudes. It touches upon themes such as oral history, communalism, hatred, compassion, racism, and nationality, which all seem a little familiar. If you think that this book is going to read as boringly as a history textbook does, no. It's a collection of personal accounts. Therefore, reading it is like sitting next to your grandfather or your grandmother and listening to them tell you stories about their childhood. And in a way, reading this book in a very small, subtle manner is fighting the erasure of history that we see in our education system today. Sort of. Maybe. I don't know. It's a try. This was my bit, so I think it's time that you do yours. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. The aim is to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. So if you don't mind, please make my 2020 a little more bearable by subscribing to my channel. Because I know most of you who watch these videos are not subscribed. Hey, got you. No? Okay. So for all the hard work that I have put in and all the sweat that I have shed, please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you next Sunday with another video. Okay, I'm gonna... Bye! I'm in a mood. Jesus.